you, Rodney. Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions with you. You hear it? I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have our co-host, Randy.
What's up, Geek Beast, man? Let's do this. So, Chuck,
Yeah.
what are we talking about today?
First things first. Elon Musk says he'll buy Twitter again for $54.20 a share again. Twitter's stock is like $30, but he said he's gonna buy it for $54.20.
So, is that below or higher than the
It's higher
stock
than what
price?
the price is.
Okay, so that's what the price he had to submit to the shareholders for them to approve it.
Yes,
So,
to approve it.
I wonder what changed his mind because at first he was like, the users are fake. They're using robots. Now all of a sudden he's come to the conclusion that it's not fake.
Maybe they got a case against him for saying something like that,
It's
and
probably
he has to buy it for $54.20.
right.
Um,
Because he's broken all kind of SEC and federal regulations.
oh
He
yeah,
he
oh
submitted a
yeah,
tender, got in, looked at the books, then came out and trashed the company.
yeah.
That is illiterate. It is literally illegal. You can't do that, right? You can't take a look at the books and be like, no, I'm not gonna buy that. Because then what it does, it causes the stock price to dive, and then you can get it at a cheaper price.
So I think he's gonna honor the $54.20.
Okay.
Um,
But this isn't a good thing, right?
yeah, it's not a good thing. He's set to be disposed in court in 2 days, so we'll see how it all falls out. I just want to know where he's getting his money from. He's cashing in a stock of Tesla, which I don't understand how that man is worth the couple of billions it's going to cost to buy Twitter, and then
How did
Twitter is dying. Wall Street Journal said this: Twitter is becoming a zombie, and in his greatest luck, he better hope that it's a thriller.
how did Tesla? I mean, don't get me wrong. The tech and Tesla, they're really cool cars. But Teslas are only driven in mass population in a couple of places. How is
Yes.
Tesla stock price bigger than like larger than Toyota or Ford or General Motors? Companies that sell millions more cars than his. How is his stock price higher than all of theirs?
uh Fake is propped up.
So
Tax
I'm
dollars, American tax
American
dollars.
tax dollars. And then he's running another space company, right? Like, come on, man. But again, I've said it before.
Tax dollars.
He is the AI. And he's involved with the government. He can literally do whatever he wants to do.
That's probably true. It sounds like we should the Onion should be making all kinds of stories about Elon Musk right now. The Onion
Right.
should be making stories.
They should
But
be, yeah. Go ahead.
but speaking of the Onion tells the Supreme Court seriously that satire is no laughing matter. The Onion, a publication best known for its tongue-in-cheek satirical posting on
Mm.
politics and world events, has taken the very serious step of filing an amicus brief before the Supreme Court. It is wading into its legal advocacy by asking the High Court to hear a case about an Ohio man who was arrested and later acquitted for creating a fake Facebook page that looked nearly identical to local police department sites.
I find that to be hilarious.
I do too. Granting the officers qualified immunity does not mean their actions were justified or should be condoned. The appeals court wrote, indeed, it is a case like these when the government officials have particular obligations to act reasonably. Was Novak's a Facebook page worth the criminal prosecution? Two appeals and the countless hours of Novak's and the government's ties. We have our doubts.
So the police station filed a case against a person for creating a fake website. Did
Yeah.
did they win? Did the police did they win the case against the
I
person for
think they
creating the website?
did. I think they won, and they're like, "Yo, it's a satirical site. You can't just do this."
Right, Right. So I'm wondering what charges did the police file against a person for creating a fake website?
That's a good question. Impersonating a website? I don't know. What
Right, yeah, impersonating a website. It's not like they were taking calls or information or anything. It's like it's a fake site. It's designed to be a fake site. So you can make satirical commentary about things, right? You can talk about the police station, slow times, Black Lives Matters, and those types of things. While I get that the police may not like it, it literally is protected under the First Amendment right.
you would assume that. But today's court may have different opinion because
Man,
they don't want people making fake sites about people and themselves, probably.
this is what happens when the country is ran by 80-year-olds, 70 and 80-year-olds. They don't understand how technology works.
They don't. They don't. We know
And so
that.
it's
We know that to be a
satirical.
thing.
So it's like, yeah, I throw up a fake site about the police. It's not like somebody's calling this fake site, like, oh, somebody's breaking in my home. Let me log on to Facebook into this fake site. It's meant to be tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It's no
It,
different than a Saturday Night Live skit, or an 11 Color or Mad TV skit. That's what it is.
that's exactly what it is. Let's be honest. Centel said about Elon, he gets government money. That's what
Yeah,
he's using to buy.
that's what he does.
That's what he's using. All that printed money they print over the last 6 years. Well, 8 years now.
PPL loans.
Yeah,
Elon Musk getting
all that money
PPL
that the
loans.
Trump gave out. He printed up all that money. Donald Trump printed more money than we could ever have in the United States.
But yeah,
He
man,
said he loves money though. So yeah.
I mean, I get it. But what's
But
up
the
with
but the
this?
Supreme Court is so the Onion's going to the Supreme Court and say, hey, let's take this up because this does go against the
Right.
First Amendment rights.
Right, because if they can shoot down the website, they can do a magazine article, a television show. They can do anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
So you can
I
arrest
mean,
people having Black Lives Matters. You can put it. You can say it endangers the police.
yes. We have to think that we're in that stage in our society right now where people are easily offended by things,
I get that.
and like we based on emotions. Like they like to say that leftists, aka liberals, aka Democrats, are very emotional, but yet all the laws that are being made and all the attacks are coming from rightists to protect their emotional well-being.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. This is actually. I just don't get it. I don't get the charges. I want to know the charges. Like, impersonating a website, like you said, like when these laws were written, websites didn't even exist. Like, what
Yeah.
are we doing here? Oh, it's the problem, America. When we got 70 and 80-year-olds running the country, they literally do not understand the technology that is used to
Yep.
keep society running,
They don't. They don't. They don't care to.
and
It's
they
not
don't
they
care
don't
to.
want to. They just don't care to too.
But let's look at it. Let's look at like all our leadership. Joe Biden is like what 90. Nancy Pelosi is like 80.
All of them.
Clarence
Mitch
Thomas is
McConnell's
like
about
Mitch
80.
McConnell is like 90. You know, like
Yeah.
they're all about right. Imagine, like I would never let my parents run anything. I barely
No.
want them
No.
alone by themselves, and
Exactly.
to the extent, let alone let them run the country. It's no way.
No way. No way. No way.
And let me tell
There's
you
not a
something.
Fortune 500 company being
None,
ran by somebody that's 80
none,
years old. Not one. Not a
none.
single
The
one.
policies wouldn't even permit it. The board would have them kicked out. Yeah, yeah, none.
None.
But yeah,
None.
we let these people run the country. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got to do something about that. Well, let me go to the next article,
All right,
which
what
is
we
a little
got?
bit better than that. Dungeons and Dragon fans can compete to turn their campaign into a Lego set. So
What?
yeah, so to celebrate, Lego is collaborating with Wizards of the Coast to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons in 2023. So fans are invited to submit custom Lego designs of the in-game adventures they've had over the years, like a blocky dragon layer full of loot, a terrifying beholder, a tavern brawl, whatever they want. They're gonna make them into Lego sets and sell them. So
Nice.
Yeah,
But
they're accepting open now. We'll accept them until November 14th. So if you have any Lego set ideas, you can go to
man,
their website and make a submission. Lego idea submission. You can even digitally make your own submission and submit it over
mm.
to them. And November 14th, they'll pick the winners that have their models turned into retail products.
So Charles, you've got one of the most impressive Lego sets of anybody that
Collections.
I know. Collection of Lego sets. So like, how does this appeal to you? Like, are you tempted to enter?
I am tempted to enter. I'm thinking about it now. What would I submit? Because I want a big dragon like Bowser, but make it a full on dragon
Uh
with a
huh.
bunch of little Legos around it, and with some trolls and some orcs.
So
So,
I hear
I
the
have to,
blueprint here. I hear like sounds like you got an idea.
I kind of got an idea,
Uh huh.
but but I'm not a great Lego builder. Like I can build something that already exists.
Okay.
I'm not imaginative to build with Legos yet. I don't have that skill yet, but I watched the black guy that builds Lego sets. He should submit all his collection
I bet he
to
will.
Lego
I
because
bet he will.
his collection is amazing. He has his castle with a serpent head at the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. So I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, he should submit his.
But this is a really dope idea, man.
Hmm.
I'm kind of all in for it. They should make it a show. Should make it a
I
reality.
hope they take the Lego pieces
Uh huh.
and make collectible cards.
That
So
would be
like
dope.
Wizards of the Coast makes all the collectible cards like Street
Mm-hmm.
Fighter and them doing the Transformers. It'd be nice for them to see them do Lego cards as
Yeah,
well.
and do a limited edition of it because this is the special
Hmm.
like turn into the Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, especially yeah. I think that would be dope, man. I'm all for this. I support it fully.
Yeah, yeah. I will be buying them. So that's one thing that will happen. That we'll be buying them.
You know,
Um,
we gotta get a Dungeons and Dragons show for the network.
we do. I'm talking to Travis about it now
Okay.
because I would like to. We do one. I want to like write the book for it as well.
Mm.
So you make custom books. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I had a long night last night. I was up all night, so
Stay out these streets. But
I'm
yeah,
trying to.
and even get a game going. Like we could get a game
Oh yeah,
going,
we need to have
man.
a game. So we'll
Yeah.
write the book and we have the game at the same time. So as we're building the world and defining the rules, we're
Uh-huh.
writing a book. And at the end of our first campaign, we should have a book written.
Yeah, I gotta get my weight up. You know, the last game we had, it was what me, you, Centel,
And Courtney.
and Courtney, and you know, Centel and Courtney, they're actors, so you know, they had their characters with names, they
Yeah,
had
man.
masks, they had masks, they had voices for us. So I was like, oh, I got to step my
Yeah,
game up, brother.
get your character
I
up.
gotta get my weight up. Yep,
Yeah.
good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm
The
for
next article I want to talk about is YouTube. YouTube decides to lock their 4K playback behind the premium subscription in the latest test. So they're testing, say, hey, you want 4K on your high-end monitor? You got to pay extra coin for this. So YouTube is running a test that places its 4K video behind a YouTube Premium subscription. In recent weeks, some users have reported seeing playback at 2160p resolution video restricted with text labeling it as a premium feature. YouTube has since confirmed via Twitter that those seeing the new restrictions were part of an experiment to better understand the feature preferences of premium and non-premium viewers.
So they just did it without any sort of notification to
No,
anybody?
they're just testing it. So
Just
they're saying,
testing it?
hey, are people willing to pay 11.99 a month for 4K?
What about you? Are
When they
you
give it
willing
away for free? What?
are you willing to pay
I have YouTube. I have YouTube Premium. I hate
okay.
commercials.
I hate commercials too. I just
I
don't
got
like
rid
the
of it for the
detail on it.
commercials. You got rid of commercials for me. I paid it.
I don't know if I'm willing to do that though.
I am, and
I'm not
also
yet ready to
there's
do that.
playback where you can on your iPhone, you can you can switch to a different app, and it still plays back YouTube. It doesn't interfere, so I can listen to podcasts or interviews via YouTube and look at other things on my phone.
Okay. Centel says I want to know if it is retroactive. I don't know. Yeah,
Don't know.
don't
Yeah,
know. So I guess there will be more news to come out in the future about this story.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I find issue with it because not everybody has an extra 11.99 to go without commercials. Some people are willing to go for commercials, and you should give them the best quality video they can possibly get because
regardless
you're
of
making
yeah,
money.
right, right. But we'll see.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. Yeah, I'm not willing to fork it over just yet.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I like and so what's interesting though is there's some YouTube streamers that build the ads in their videos, which is horrible too. So you don't skip all the ads when they have their own on live air ads. They're in the video. I just click fast forward through it.
So you gotta click fast forward through it after you've paid to not have the
Yeah,
subscription
yeah,
to not have ads, and you still got ads. You got to be inconvenienced to scroll fast forward through it. Yeah, that's annoying.
yeah. It is annoying. It is,
I
but
guess.
it's not a lot of videos that do that. But a lot, some of them do. Usually a VPN Shark or somebody does it. Like this video is sponsored by VPN Shark. If you don't have a
Oh,
VPN, it's blah 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 blah.
blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
usually do.
I get it. I get it.
Um, Ed Sheeran is in the news.
What's Ed up to?
Well, Ed has decided to do a music video with Pokemon with Pikachu. So he's in this video with Pikachu called Celestial. So he now I guess Pikachu's his friend now because Pikachu has a long list of celebrity friends. He just keeps collecting them. They're not collecting Pikachu. Pikachu's collecting them.
Ed Sheeran is actually dope.
He is dope.
Yeah.
So Sharon just released his latest music video for the song Celestial, not to be confused with Celestila, and it features notable pocket monsters like Squirtle, Charmander, and Pikachu. Just
Okay.
hanging out with Sharon as he goes about his day before he eventually transforms into a Pokemon trainer. So Aaron Sharon is kicking it with some Pokemon in his video.
Okay. Why not? Ed
You know
Sheeran is
why not?
dope, man.
Why not?
I think musically he's dope, and so I haven't seen the video yet. I guess Rodney has it on the screen here. I don't know if it's the full clip or not, but I'm
Yeah,
willing to give it a chance.
yeah. Yeah. I
See what he
mean,
has
that
to
we're in
say.
that age, right? Where everybody grew up, all those musicians and artists
Yeah,
grew
they
up
grew
on
up with
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah.
So they're gonna show them. I don't know why we didn't have Transformers in our music videos. I know why, because we were talking about guns. Rap music was
Okay.
talking about guns. They didn't have they would have had Megatron in it, old school Megatron. They wouldn't have had nobody else. Maybe Soundwave, maybe.
Soundwave with the music box and
Yeah,
Megatron with the gun walking down
yeah,
the
that's
street.
that'd have
Yeah,
been about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But that tells you, man. Hey, we were different types of kids. We were raised different.
I know it. We were
We
we had no
we
babysitters.
had nothing. We
We were
had
told to stay in
nothing.
the house,
We
keep the
were
door locked until
we
the
were
parents got home.
right. I mean, we had Batman the animated series, and Joker was beating the hell out of Harley Quinn. This was a kids' cartoon, people. It was
It was.
literally a kids' cartoon. Yeah, man. So when we blame all the kids today, we raised them. Remember that.
Yeah, yeah,
Next time you
yeah.
start talking about how bad these kids are, remember you
There
raised
are
them.
kids.
Yeah, you raised them.
Yep, yep. So now go to some more news. There's
Okay.
some more Sony Spider-Verse news.
All right. Good.
Uh
Good stuff.
El Moroto, I'm probably said it all wrong. Jonas Cuarón is to direct it, but he's going to direct Bad Bunny in Sony's new Marvel film. So Bad Bunny is joining the Marvel universe.
I'm for the people who are not familiar with Bad Bunny. Can you elaborate a little more? Because I'm
Bad
not really
Bunny
familiar with
is
Bad Bunny.
he is the Spanish music artist. I would
Okay.
say he's pop, but he went from trap to pop. Uh and he's like probably the largest Spanish artist right now. He's been around for a while. He's gonna be El Muerto. It will star him, known as Benito A. Martinez Ocasio.
So
So
he's going to have a movie coming out,
yeah,
and
it's gonna be
okay.
a movie on Sony Pictures to join the Spider Verse. So like we have Morbius, so like I mean Venom,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be the next one.
Okay. So is it
El
live
Muerto,
action or animated?
live action.
Okay. All right.
It stars a Latin character, live action, and it's going to be very interesting. He's a luchador, and he has ancestral powers, Vel Morto, and so he comes back and he beats up on everybody.
Hmm. You know, I'm all about projects for POC within MCU and
Hmm.
DC. So I'm not familiar with this character. I'll reserve
Yeah,
judgment until later and find out more about him.
yeah. I mean, he this is not his first time acting. You know, he's a Grammy award winning. He's won tons of Grammys, but he also had a arc in Netflix's series Narcos Mexico, playing
Okay.
Arturo Kitty
Oh,
Paz.
okay, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Hmm. Yeah, he's also in Bullet Train, which is directed by David Leitch. So he does some acting. He got some chops.
Okay.
So, unlike Drake, he's going into acting where Drake went from acting into
Drake.
music. There you go. There you go.
Drake.
Your boy. Your boy. He's going other direction.
Man, y'all gonna stop acting like I ain't teach Drake everything he know? Arby Graham?
Hmm. People don't know what you're talking about.
They
They have no
don't.
idea what you're
They
talking about.
don't. They don't. So we gonna move on. That's my best Soldier Boy impression. Geek Beast. That's my best Soldier
He's
Boy.
impersonating Soldier Boy, who takes credit for Drake's success
Yes,
and
Soldier Boy.
also being owner of Nintendo.
So
He said he
okay.
bought Nintendo, apparently.
Soldier Boy said he taught Drake everything that he knows, and as Chuck said, he's one of the largest shareholders in Nintendo.
This is why you don't let people that are mentally ill talk on the microphone in public.
Are you saying I'm mentally ill? Or is it
No, I'm talking about Soldier Boy.
it's about Soldier Boy? Man, I
Soldier
don't know
Boy.
what you're talking about. Drake.
Okay.
Let's go on. I'm
Okay. Emma Tammy is to direct Five Nights at Freddy film from Bloomhouse, sets early 2023 production start. So, are you familiar with Five Nights at Freddy?
mm-mm.
It's a video game where you play as animatronics.
Oh,
And you're in animatronics, and he goes around killing. You go around killing up people in this video game. And so,
have you played the
Amy,
game?
I had played the game. I played
Is
it
it
for like
good?
20 minutes. It's great. Kids love it. I just don't. I don't do well with horror games. I don't like horror
Mm.
games. I
Okay.
don't play Resident Evil. I don't play Fatal Frame. I don't play what's the art one? I forgot the
I have
art
no
one.
idea.
The last horror game that I actually played came from Defunct, and it was Eternal Darkness, which is a great horror game.
Okay.
It's kind of messed up. It's a psychological horror game. It's kind of messed up too. I don't play Silent Hill. I just don't. It's not my jam.
Okay.
So,
I don't play
and
it either.
Emma Tammy, she did The Wind, Blue Moon, will direct the film based on the work of the franchise creator Scott Cawthon. Cawthon's game follows a night security guard as he begins working at Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza, which is similar to Chuck E. Cheese's.
Okay.
While spending his first night on the job, he realizes the gig won't be so easy as the animatronic animals that entertain kids
Come
during the
on.
day play their own sinister games at night.
I knew right where you were going when you actually
Yep.
started to read that. So I don't know, man.
Jim Henson's creator shop will be working alongside Blumhouse to bring the game's scary bears and other creatures to life. That sounds dope. That sounds super dope. You got the Henson coming in, so it's gonna be very adult and probably very bloody. Brian Henson is probably the one that's doing Jim Henson's son because Brian likes adult content. So
Is this a movie or a series
this
or
is a
what's it?
movie, I think.
Okay, it's coming to the
Bloomhouse does movies, so
okay,
this is probably a movie.
and it's coming to like the theaters for people to watch.
Probably, yep, probably come to the theaters.
All right, well, we'll see.
You gonna go watch it?
I don't love horror. I can if I feel like it's something good. So I want to see what the trailer and the teaser looks like before I make a
Mm-hmm.
decision if I want to go watch it or not.
Yeah, I mean Nick Cage did one. He did an animatronic movie,
What did Nick Cage do?
Willy's Wonderland, in
Oh,
2021. He
okay.
just did one, so it's called Willy's Wonderland. And what happened was I forgot. I think something happens where his car breaks down, and he gets stuck in this small town, and they go into this animatronic building. It's a family fun center. When he goes in there, the animals come to life. The animatronics come to life.
I haven't seen a Nick Cage film since Ghost Rider.
You need to see Willy's Wonderland. Nick Cage has been on the road. What are you talking about?
What has he been on the roll in? Let
Man,
me know.
he's been on the road. He's been crushing it. Let me get it
Let,
some. Let me pull up
yeah,
some of his latest movies
yeah.
for you,
Let me know
because
what
his
Nick
this
Cage has been doing. I haven't
you
seen a
know
Nick Cage since Ghost Rider.
his filmography's deep. You know, he goes real deep. He has Butcher's Crossing. He plays Miller. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, where he plays as himself. He goes to this billionaire's island. The billionaire's like a crook pig, where he's a truffle pig, and somebody steals his truffle pig.
Again, none of those things sound interesting to
Willy's
me.
Wonderland, where he's the janitor inside of Willy's Wonderland. Prison of the Ghostland.
Sorry. Nope.
Jiu-Jitsu, where he plays Wiley. Grand Isle. Primal, he plays
Have you
Frank Walsh.
have you seen any of those
Kill
films?
Chain, yeah. Nick
I ain't
Cage is the stuff. What are you talking about? The
I have
Color Out of Space.
nope.
Nick
So what
Cage.
about you all? Y'all what's the last Nick Cage film that you've seen?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
He's Spider-Man Noir.
All right. All right. If you say so.
Teen Titans Go, the movie.
He's in Teen Titans Go the movie?
Yeah, he's Superman.
Ah, okay. 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 I've seen that. I've seen that.
Nick Cage has a long filmography
He
that you need to
does.
catch up on.
But I don't know if I need to catch up on all of the ones
You
you
do. He's
named.
in Snowden.
Defunct says the unbearable weight of massive
Massive
talent.
talent. Yeah.
Okay. The one he did with Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
is so sweet and heartwarming. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm the one that needs to catch up.
Yeah. Where Pedro Pascal's like, I think he's like he's a super fan of Nick Cage, and Nick Cage shows up. I think Pedro Pascal's like a drug czar or something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then maybe I just
I
need to
haven't seen it yet because I haven't caught it on streaming yet. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about it.
All right. I got you.
Well, that's gonna conclude our show for today. You know, the news is kind of light today, you guys. We have some other stories to get into. We'll get into that later, probably tomorrow. But we have binge worthy. So
Yeah,
let's
man.
let's bring in people for crosstalk. You
Are
know,
are Courtney and Catherine on for Crosstalk?
Catherine's in for crosstalk, so we can have
Okay.
crosstalk. Yeah.
Cool.
Do 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 do
Well,
do.
hey, Catherine. Welcome. I think you're on mute.
I
Yeah,
totally am. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
we can hear you just fine. How you
Okay.
doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has. Yeah. I've just been busy with life.
Okay, I have a question for you, Catherine.
Uh-huh.
You're a gamer. Five Nights of Freddy.
Mhm.
Are you gonna watch the Five Nights of Freddy movie? Have you played any of the games?
I've not played any of the games. I remember like the hype around it.
Mhm.
Am I gonna watch it? No, probably not. I don't know. It's just like as a kid, I was like a little terrified of the Chuck E. Cheese robots and just thought they would explode if I got too close to them. I mean, I guess the fear wasn't the appearance, but it was just there's something about them that felt like they were gonna set off.
You thought they were all bombs?
Yeah. I'm like, so I guess there's like I don't know if it's a fear from like the show. It's just like part or the game. Part of it wasn't just I just wasn't really interested. I'm like, okay, this is I don't know, spending the night at a giant like Chuck E. Cheese essentially. So yeah.
Okay. Another quick question. Did you watch the Ed Sheeran Pikachu, his new video where he has Pikachu, Charmander, and a Squirtle in it? And he becomes a Pokemon trainer.
No, I did not. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Chuck, you're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're all in crosstalk.
Yeah.
No, I meant you're here.
Yeah, I'm here today.
Be here.
Not next Wednesday, not next Thursday.
Oh, okay. Hi, Catherine.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking Catherine, and she saw the Ed Sheeran video with Pikachu and Charmander and Squirtle, where he becomes a Pokemon trainer at the end of it. Because that's where we are in entertainment. People becoming Pokemon trainers at the end of the video.
Wait, was this before he cracked his ribs?
He cracked his
He cracked
ribs.
his ribs?
Like, didn't or no? Wait, oh, sorry, that's not Ed Sheeran. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of another.
I was like, wow, he cracked his ribs. And he's out here singing. I'm like, he's nuts. He is a real Pokemon trainer.
Oh, okay. Now I got two singers confused because I know there's another. What is that guy's name? He has like tattoos on his face.
Post Malone?
Post Malone.
Yeah, he cracked his ribs. Okay.
Yeah,
And he
Post
was-
Malone has a video with the Pokemon too,
Yeah, and I'm
and
like, that's-
Katy Perry.
I don't
Huh,
do Post
Kate.
Malone.
Well, did you say leave Post Malone alone, Randy?
No, I said I don't do Post Malone. I don't listen.
Oh,
to
okay.
any of his music.
I was about to give you points for saying leave Post Malone alone.
Never. Never. You never see me saying leave Post Malone alone.
So
yeah, that's a interesting phrase. Leave Post Malone alone.
yes,
Yeah. But I did not know about like Ed Sheeran. Now it's like now I'm keep on thinking of the Game of Thrones cameo he had.
he had a Game of Thrones cameo.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
And it was
I
so
don't
low
remember.
budget. It was in the very last season. It was as Arya was traveling back to Westeros to go to it was right before she took out Walder Frey, and she met up with some soldiers from King's
All the
Landing.
the Lannister soldiers.
Right.
They sat
And it
around
was-
the fire.
Exactly. And everybody was like, what is he doing? Because they knew that she was such a big Ed Sheeran fan that they surprised her with Ed Sheeran. And all the fans were like, what the fuck? Like, that was so basic. Like, what are you doing?
yeah. He got
Yeah,
Hey.
looking at him.
That's what you do when you have no books to copy to
Yeah,
make a good
Right,
story.
right.
You just
Keep
throw
it-
random stuff in.
Right, just to make it try to make it relevant.
Yeah, yeah. Randy, speaking of relevancy, what are we talking about for binge worthy today? And Catherine is joining us. You all, I didn't know.
Yes,
Hello.
we are going to be talking Netflix's Intergalactic.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Intergalactic. You
Intergalactic.
gonna ask everybody for a hot take except me?
Well, I guess you kind of just did that. So
No, you ask. Do it. Do it. Do
Okay,
it.
so let's start. Courtney, let's start with you. Give us a hot take for Intergalactic.
It was visually beautiful.
What about you, Catherine? Hot take for Intergalactic.
Also visually beautiful. Yeah, like story interesting, but visually beautiful. Yeah, I do feel like there are some sequences where they could have increased frame rates. I understand that's a stylistic choice, but sorry, that's more animation nerdy thing. But
No,
We're
no,
gonna talk
bring it
about
on.
those things.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
we're gonna-
okay.
we're
I
gonna-
wasn't
we're gonna- in the show.
We'll bring it in the show. We'll bring it out
Okay,
in the
okay,
show.
okay.
Yeah,
I
this
got
is the
carried
show.
away.
This
I
is
got carried
crosstalk.
away.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll talk
okay.
about it. So, I'll keep this beautiful thing going. I say, black love is beautiful. Right? That's
Yeah.
gonna be my hot take for this. And Chuck, what about you? What's your hot take? For
There's not
Intergalactic?
enough young black love on television.
Not enough black young love.
yeah,
Young black love, not enough.
there's also not enough Western animation that's focused more on adult content, especially love stories that's animated and taken like seriously. And that also shows black love. So it's like it's a bunch of not enough of all these things in the. I guess speaking from the Western animation standpoint, I mean this exists in like Eastern and so on, but in America specifically, yeah. So
Randy, you're muted.
You're muted, Randy.
You hear me?
Now
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Oh, I don't know. So I love all of these takes. So let's take a break, and then we're going to come back with binge worthy. And if you all haven't heard already, we're talking Intergalactic. So check us out in what, 5 minutes? Is that
About 5 minutes.
5
Mhm.
minutes? And come back and hear what we've got to say about it. You will not want to miss this. Peace.
peace.